Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Thursday Night Mini Healing. I'm Summer Avalon, and it's going to be a great night. There's no other option, right? So just look at my chat. You guys are on top of it with the hellos. So welcome, Mary and Paula and Leslie. Um, Good that you could be here even for a short time, and thank you for the update on the iTerra Care wand that you tried out. So that was sort of cool. Yes. So it's been a quiet, snowy, rainy day. We've had snow and rain since Tuesday. Cold and mucky. Horrible. Oh, and there's Joan. Welcome, Joan. Back from a little hiatus. And there's Marina. Welcome, Marina. Oh, and there's Anne Marie. Looks like a full house tonight. Wonderful. So, in about 3 minutes or so, unless I get sidetracked, we will be doing our first healing pulse. As usual, I have Duncan here, and Dexter is over here all covered up because he's cold. But yeah, so it'll be good. Been working on some videos. So, for those of you who were here a few weeks ago that I told you I was going to do meditation videos every day for 30 days, I am so bad. I have redone and redone this one sleep meditation video. I keep screwing it up. I have all the pieces, but for me to put it together, yeah, I don't know if I'm just resistant or just I'm probably too much of a perfectionist. I've got too many pieces. But yeah, and then I use this program called Canva. I use the free version, which does amazing things, and it screwed up my audio too. So it's one of those, if something will go wrong, it will, as I'm playing around. Usually my editing is pretty simple, but with this, because I'm doing it a little differently, it's a learning experience that I am not enjoying, and usually I enjoy things. Yes, Joan, you were missed. Every time I had to do my commercial, I said, I wish Joan was here. Oh, is it for you too? Plus, so like the last 2 weeks, I've just been exhausted. I have like a list of things to do. And today there was someone talking about the solar flares and how so many people are affected by them, especially when it comes to being tired. And that's definitely me. So, yeah, not good when you're supposedly working on something and you fall asleep. That's like really not good. All right. Don't you believe it? It is 10 after already. So let's start with our first healing pulse. So, and then afterwards, I'll start collecting what you guys want to work on. So with this, a healing pulse is great for physical things, emotional things, anxiety, um, and other things. If you're experimenting with different things, let me know where you're placing your hands and what intention you're setting, because with this intention is one of the most important things. And so if you've got someplace physical that you would like to direct the healing energy, that is really easy. If it's emotional, it's a little hard, or well, it's a little more difficult, but not much more difficult. So I want you to think about, say you are angry and it keeps coming up for you. Where do you feel that anger? Is it in the pit of your stomach? Is it affect your chest? Does your chest get tight? Do you feel nauseous? Same thing with anxiety. Where do you feel that? Because that's where you'll want to send the energy to. And then next, I want you to rub your hands together. Place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. And then remember I said intention is really important. This is the most important thing right here, is that you be open and allowing the energies to flow. So imagine my hands are on yours. So not only are you receiving my healing frequencies, but yours too. And the most important thing is just be open and allowing the energy to flow. Imagine with each breath in, it's going a little deeper. Just in time, Valerie, for the healing pulse. So just breathe that energy in. Open and allowing. Just breathing that in. Okay, just another moment longer. Just breathe that in. Imagine it reaching further and further. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm starting to write my list. And I just want to comment for my regulars. Can everyone call me Summer tonight, please? I would appreciate that. Thank you. So would you believe today is show number 90? That's a lot of shows. And I don't know if any of you saw I had a Facebook video um, asking a little bit about recommendations for other places to go live because Facebook considers me a content creator and they want me to do more lives. And if I do more lives, they'll pay me a bonus for the next couple months. But I need to hit at least 10 hours a month, or I get a lot more money if I can hit 30. But right now, I maybe live stream about 6 hours a month. You know, it's about an hour and a quarter for each week. So I need some more places to post because if I'm going to be sitting for multiple hours on lives, I need people because I can't just have you guys show up for all my lives. So if you have other places, I know Leslie said she had a couple ideas of where she could share my link. So I'm going live tomorrow night at 7 Central. Yeah, it's sort of cool. You know, it's probably the timing isn't the greatest, but you know, all I can do is try, right? So I'm going to go through, just make sure. Anne Marie commented on being tired too. Anne Marie, is that what you want to work on, or is there something else you want to work on? All right, so Paula, claustrophobic, it might be with the weather. And for those of you who are here on YouTube, the YouTube people only see YouTube comments, and the Facebook people only see Facebook comments. And generally, on Thursday nights, it's a heavy-duty Facebook crowd. All right, so claustrophobic. Yeah, and too much going on. All right, Marina wants to work on the best job for the summer season. That sounds like a really nice goal, Marina. Because I think you're moving soon, right? Yes, Mary, that does sound good. So Valerie, in reading your comment, are you allowed to share on other people's pages? It sort of depends on the page. There are, like, I've been focusing on groups that are psychics and healers, specifically that they have the healers too. Some of those don't let you go live. Others, because I go live from my business page, um, some of them don't allow me to join under my business but my personal, which makes it a little bit more complicated because then I need to go and post links a little differently because I don't have access a certain way. But yeah, so if you've got a group that you think would be open to healing, if you could share the information on their page, that would be most helpful. Because, you know, my goal is always to help the most people as I can. Wonderful, Joan. And we'll see. I had thought about changing up the format a little bit because you guys are pretty much here for an hour, but maybe I would change it where, you know, I work on one person at a time. And then if they stay around till the end, then I do some extra stuff. But that way people can come and go a little bit more freely. All right. I'm slowly getting through the list. All right. So Joan wants to work on anger, resentment, fear from the divorce. You know, with that, Joan, you think about the stages of grief. Even though this is something that you wanted, you still need to go through the stages of grief. And I think a lot of those seem to match up with that. So I commend you that you are working through your steps. Okay. Jane, feeling competitive with others. That's hard. Okay. All right, Valerie. Work on cyst on kidney. Anne Marie, you just confirmed. Want to work on being tired. Good, Marina. I'm glad you're feeling better. Mary. All right. And if anyone has come in since I've started writing, feel free to observe. Generally, about every 15 minutes or so, we will be doing a healing pulse. But if you have something you want to work on and feel comfortable, put it in the comments. Otherwise, if you're not comfortable, maybe that's something we can chat about having a private session for. All right, Mary's itis. Welcome, Angie. Tired, sad, recurring liver. Okay. So, tonight we'll start with the negative beliefs, and then we will work on negative emotions, and there goes my phones. Okay. But I was thinking, you know, as the group gets older, I want to make sure that everybody gets a chance. So at some point, if the group keeps growing, I will probably eliminate removing negative beliefs, but really focus on the negative emotions and the positive emotions. So we'll see how that works though. Okay, so I think I want to do that because the negative emotions or the negative beliefs are probably my least favorite. Sometimes they sting a bit, and even though I know they were created um, due to an event, sometimes they're just not very nice. I mean, it's good that they're released, but for me to be the one to tell you, you have this nasty negative emotion, sometimes I don't want to be the bearer of that news. Okay, my other list I had a little bookmark thing. Oh, there we go. Okay, Paula is first. We're going to focus on you being claustrophobic. So let's see what's contributing towards that. Ooh, I am unwelcome. Have you had that one before? That seems familiar. Let's get an age on that. 16. Yeah, that's a familiar age too. All right, so let's go ahead and release that. So it did release, and the void has been filled. Marina wants to attract the best summer job possible for her. And so let's see if there is any negative belief that is impeding her from doing that. I am not special. See, I don't like saying that because Marina is special. And like Paula is welcome. Always welcome. All right, what age did this occur for Marina? 11. Ooh, just a itty bitty one. So let's get rid of that. It's not serving you at all. So that did release. Okay, Joan. Joan wants to work on anger, resentment, fear, processing her divorce. Ooh, I'm not safe. Let's get an age on that. $30, Joan. So that might be a sensitive topic for you, Marina, because especially when you have a trapped emotion, a trapped belief, and they're negative, it tends to reoccur pretty easily because that's sort of like your go-to. So it's good we're working on getting rid of that because we want you to feel the opposite, that you are special. On my list, I wrote, I am Marina. Can't talk and do this at the same time. Oh, and there is Victoria. Oh, and Sissy and Joanne. Yay! This is fun. You are very welcome, Joan. All right, so Joanne, Sissy, and Victoria, let me know what you want to work on. So I've got Joanne. Let's see. Staying strong, caring for yourself, not letting others take advantage. I think that's good. A lot of people have issues with boundaries. All right. Oh, and there's Donna too. Very big group tonight. I need to write and not talk, I think. So staying strong for Joanne. So Victoria, boundaries. Yeah, that is a hard one. All right, so Sissy, I'm gonna work on your knee. So I think the only one I don't have is probably Donna. If anyone else has come in and you want to get on the list, just let me know. Sissy, you've been dealing with that knee for like a while. That's not good. Okay, next on the list is Jane. Jane wants to work on feeling competitive with others. And I'm assuming that's at work. I am no good. All right, so let's see what age that happened for Jane. "19, Jane. Let's get rid of that. That's not helpful. So that released. Donna, that is a good one. Donna wants to work on feeling competitive and comparing herself to friends. That's hard. That's very hard. Okay. All right, Valerie, you are next. So Valerie has a cyst on her kidney, and let's see if we can take some energy away from that. I am afraid. Let's get an age on that. 13, Valerie. Let's get rid of that. So that released. Okay, so Anne-Marie wants to work on being tired. So Anne-Marie is, I don't fit in anywhere. Let's get an age. 16. Let's get rid of that. So that did release, and the voids have been filled. Mary, you were next. She's got the ringing in the ear. I need to turn things off so things don't ding. Okay. How do you say it? Tinnitus? I know I'm not saying that quite right. It's one of my problem words. Okay, so let's see if there is a negative belief that's playing a role with that, Mary. And I do get a yes. Ooh, I am vulnerable. Good, Anne-Marie. I love it when you guys know things. That's cool. Yeah, some of you are very intuitive, and when you share it, I'm like, wow, just sort of blown away. All right, let's get an age for Mary. 26. So Mary, with ages are the hardest thing, but usually it's plus or minus a year. Tinnitus. Thank you, Victoria. You know, when you have only read a word and haven't really heard people say it, I mean, I know what it means, but so that is very much appreciated. So 26, Mary. So plus or minus a year. So 25, 26, 27. Somewhere in there, you felt vulnerable. And so I'm going to go ahead and release that and fill the voids with love, light, and healing. So that did release. Angie, you are next. So Angie, you had a list of a few things. Let's see if we can group them together. Nope, we got to keep them separate. So let's see. And we're going to work on, it looks like my writing, it needs a little help. Recurring liver something. So I'm going to just scroll back. Up to hear Dexter. Up and about. There. Recurring liver pain. Ooh, that's not good. Hoping that the healing pulse helps the pain. Thank you, Victoria. All right, so I don't exist, Angie. All right, so let's get an age on that. Is anyone else having trouble with sound? You know, it might have been that I put my book on the keyboard. Probably not the best thing, but okay. So, recurring liver pain. I need an age for her. Ooh. That's good. Thanks, Jane. 17, Angie. So I don't know if that rings a bell. So somewhere 16, 17, 18, you had something that made you feel like you don't exist. So let's go ahead and release that. Maybe Donna, can you close out and come back in and see if that helps? Close down Facebook. All right, Joanne, you are next. So I'm going to see if Joanne, we can loop those together. No, we need to keep them separate. So Joanne, we're going to work on boundaries and not having people take advantage. So let's see what comes up with that. Ooh, I'm nothing. Definitely don't believe any of this, right? But let's get rid of this. Because at the time, I think it was probably pretty real for all of you, whatever ages I have found for you. Let's get an age for Joanne. "19, Joanne. Let's get rid of that. I think that's a good idea, Donna, especially if you can't hear me say that. Hopefully it'll reset your settings. Okay, Victoria wants to work on boundaries, which is an excellent one. Ooh, I don't exist. Let's get an age on that for Victoria. I have not gotten an unstable internet, and it looks like it's still recording. Is tonight going to be one of those technical difficulty nights that just drives me crazy? Is anyone else able to see me and hear me? Yeah, because my timer. Oh, good. So I'm hoping it was just an internet thing. All right, so I'm still working on. Good. Thank you, Mary. Yeah, it seems like every other week we go through this where things come and go. All right. Still working on you, Victoria. I just need to get an age, for I don't exist. Age 12, Victoria. Let's get rid of that. Thank you, Emery. Joan? And Joanne. Good. Thank you for confirming. Yeah, when I don't get any pop-ups or error messages, it does make me hope it's not my system, because then it would affect all of you versus just one of you or two of you. All right, Sissy has knee issues, and we're running late for our healing pulse. But let's do Sissy and Donna, and then we'll do a healing pulse. I'm nothing. Let's get an age on that. Oh, good, Donna. I'm glad you figured it out. 16, Sissy. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so that released just in time, Donna, because we're up to you. And then right after this, we will do a healing pulse. I'm shameful. You know, it's been a while since shame has come up. And I know previously I spoke about shame being one of the lowest emotions. So I really do like to see when it comes up, because that's one of the emotions that really bring you down lower than many of the other emotions. So let me get an age on that for you, Donna. 26. So somewhere 25, 26, 27. So let's go ahead and release that. So that did release. And the voids have been filled. So let's go ahead and do our next healing pulse. For those of you who are fairly new, if you want to continue to do the same location all night, or if you want to switch it up and do a different place. If you don't really have a place that you want to send the energy, I would suggest sending it to your head or your heart. All right, so rub your hands together. Place your hands exactly where you want to receive the healing energy. Imagine my hands on yours. And then be open and allowing the energy to flow. Bringing the energy in. With each breath in, it goes in a little deeper. Does a little bit more healing. As you breathe out, imagine that it's also taking things that don't belong or aren't yours. Life is hard enough without you having emotions and garbage from other people. So imagine Imagine you're losing a little weight tonight because you're getting rid of some things mentally and physically that are not yours. So just breathe in those healing energies, allowing it to work and go to where it needs to go. Okay, so that was healing pulse number 2. Definitely running a little late, but we're getting some good things done. Okay, so next we're going to work on negative emotions. And I have a list of over 400 negative emotions that have a potential to play a role in what you're working on. So we're going to start with Paula. Let's see if we're going to work on one of these. We're going to work on the too much to do, Paula. Let me know how that healing pulse was. Mixed up, Paula. Let's get an age. Oh, nice, Victoria. Sure, Charlotte. We are working on negative emotions. Do you want me to just pull a general one for you? Oh, and Joanne is yawning. For those of you who are new, yawning is a sign that you are creating space for the healing energy, so that's good. All right. Get an age for Paula. 18. All right, Charlotte, you're next. So we'll just see what comes up for you with overall. There's something negative. And it's worried. Let's get an age on that. 16. So let's go ahead and release that. So that energy is still with you, Charlotte. So we're releasing and removing the negative energies of being worried. So that did release. Marina, you are next. Marina wants to work on finding a fabulous job. And so we're going to see if there's any negative emotions that are playing a role in preventing her from doing that. Perturbed, Marina. Let's get an age. I don't know why I like saying perturbed. Maybe because I just don't say it too much. Okay, so what age was Marina perturbed? 21, Marina. So let's go ahead and release that. So that did release. And the voids have been filled. Joan is next. Joan is working on processing after effects of her divorce. So working through. Perturbed is more like a combination of irritated, not quite angry. Oh, yes, it's not It's not really a common English word. It's a little bit more old-fashioned. So Marina has flawless English, but it's not her first language. So that's why her question is. So yes. So let me find an age for Joan, or excuse me, a negative emotion for Joan. Mocked Joan. You're going to try and use that every day now, I bet, Marina. Okay, mocked for Joan. I need an age for that. 16, Joan. Let's get rid of that. That's not helpful. All right, so that released. Jane, you are next. Phobic. Good, Joan. Glad that's resonating. All right, so let's find an age for Jane and phobic. 18. Victoria, you're almost like my assistant for helping keep things on track tonight. Thank you. Maybe not an assistant, you're like the director. All right, so Jane, I'm getting phobic around 18. So let's go ahead and release that. That did release, and the voids have been filled. All right, Valerie, you are next. Valerie's working on. So Valerie, have you named your cyst? Does it have a name? All right. So I'm going to go to a different page. Undisciplined. Let's get an age. So maybe you just need to tell it to leave, right? 29, Valerie, undisciplined. So let's release that. Somehow that's playing a role in the energies. So that did release. Anne Marie, you are next. Unhappy Anne Marie. Let's get an age. $19. Let's definitely get rid of that. So that did release, and the voids have been filled. All right, Mary, you are next. Mocked. Let's get an age on that for Mary. $16, Mary. Does that ring a bell? So somewhere 15, 16, 17. You are very welcome, Anne Marie. Angie, you are next. Let's see if we're going to stick on the same one or if we're going to... Yep, we're going to work on liver pain. Withdrawn, Angie. Good, Mary. I'm glad you were able to connect that. $19, Andrew. So somewhere 18, 19, 20. So that did release. Okay. Joanne, you are next. We're almost through. We've got Joanne, Victoria, Sissy, and Donna. Melancholy. Let's get an age on that for Joanne. 38, Joanne. Let's get rid of that. So that did release. All right. And then we've got Victoria. Victoria's working on boundaries. Punished, Victoria. Let's get an age. Yeah, that's what I got, 12. Interesting. Very cool, Victoria. So let's release that. So that did release, and the voids have been filled. Sissy, we're going to work on your knee. Ooh, another melancholy. $19, Sissy. What's your other one? Was that 19 too? No, that was 16. So that did release. Donna, you are next. And if anyone else has come in and needs me to add them to the list, let me know. All right, so minimized. Let's get an age on that for you, Donna. You are very welcome, Sissy. 19, Donna. So let's get rid of that because somehow that's playing a role. So that did release and the voids have been filled. So next we're going to do our next healing pulse. and then we'll do my favorite part, the positive emotions. And so with this, I want you to rub your hands together. Place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. Imagine my hands on yours. And now you're just breathing in that healing energy, allowing it to do what it needs to do. Open and allowing. Just breathe that in. Okay, so that was Healing Pulse number 3. And so next we are going to work on positive emotions and reinforcing them. And then I think we'll end the night with the aura strengthening. Okay, so Paula, let's see what you get tonight. And as always, I like to hear if others are going to borrow positive emotions that other people have gotten. Wow, Joanne, so that really sort of hit it. Good. That yawning means that you're accepting the healing. I do believe so. All right, so Paula, let's see what you're going to get tonight. Ooh, trusting. I wonder if that goes more with life in general or too much to do. Okay, Marina, you are next. Thankful. Ooh, that's a nice one. Wonderful, Victoria. Thank you for that fabulous description. So we're reinforcing trusting for Paula and thankful for Marina. Yeah, that's a nice one. And Marina, I really like thankful for you. Because I just imagine you finding the perfect job and being thankful. Oh, Victoria, tough time. Very tough time. Yeah, so much of what we go through as we get older is I think things that happen to us in our childhood. Yes, that is a very good emotion to have. So Joan, you are next. Let's see what Joan gets. Exuberant. Oh, nice. Let's reinforce that. Okay. Jane, you are next. Relief. Oh, That's nice too, Jane. Okay, Valerie. Ooh, unique. That's a good one. Reinforced. Charlotte is next. Respected. That's a nice one. So let's go ahead and reinforce that. Thank you, Victoria, for doing that. Yes, I highly encourage you to borrow others. There's nowhere that it says you can only have one, right? All right, so Anne Marie, you are next. Actually, no, let me see. Actually, you are. I thought I was off one. Okay. Trust. So we got a trustine. Very interesting. It is a nice one, isn't it, Jane? So Charlotte, I hope you like that one. All right, Mary, you are next. So Mary and Angie. Ooh, thankful, Mary. So let's reinforce that. Angie, let's see what you get. Unbiased. I should probably instill that in me before I start. Although most of the time I think I'm fairly unbiased, but I think we all have our moments, right? So let's reinforce that for Angie. Yes, Jane, yours was relief. So I think of that as a really positive, and Victoria also put her understanding of it, relief being, where'd it go? Increasing understanding. And when I pull the positive emotions, it doesn't always relate to the initial one that you told me about, but think about it. So you wanted to work on feeling competitive with others, and your positive word was relief. What if you get relief from that feeling competitive? Sort of an easing, a letting go, a letting it be looser, not so restrictive, because you have relief. Does that make sense? Thank you for that comment, Valerie. I try, because I know that, for many people that's an issue. And when I work on myself, I've realized that I'm not meant to work on myself 100%. So I do hire other healers to work on me, just because more things come up for them, because sometimes we are not meant to know certain things about ourselves. So it's easier to hear it from other people, I think. think so, Jane. And so with this, I think with relief and in your situation, you need to reinforce trust or trusting that the universe, God, source, is going to provide you relief. Okay, so we got Angie. Joanne, you are next. Joanne's exuberant. I think you've gotten that a few times, Joanne. Let's reinforce that. Next is Victoria, and then Sissy and Donna. Comprehending. Interesting, Victoria. I wonder, are you working on finding the knowledge for something? So let's reinforce that. Sissy, you are next. Unique, Sissy, that's a nice one. Yeah, Valerie got that one too. Cool. Let's reinforce that. Nice. Donna, you are next. United. That's come up a few times for different people. Let's reinforce that. All right, so that reinforced too. Just a short little commercial tonight. I am teaching Reiki 1 and 2 in June. I initially set a date yesterday and realized today, after I emailed it out, that I can't do it that weekend. So I'm thinking it's going to be the third Saturday and Sunday in June. It's going to be online. This is the upgraded Reiki version called Usui Holy Fire Reiki, which I have to admit is a pretty cool energy. After training in the original energy more than 10 years ago, I never anticipated to keep doing training for Reiki, but this is a pretty special energy. So I've got that, and then, and I'm offering a new service for email clients. So everything's through email. You'll email me 2 or 3 issues that you want to work on, and I'll email you back what I get, and I'll clear them. The cost for that is $50, so a little bit more affordable than my private one-on-one through video or in person, which is $90. But there's pluses and minuses for everything, right? So let's do our final thing tonight. So we'll do our aura strengthening, which the goal of this is to strengthen your aura, which will help repel negativity. And I always say, if you think you're going to be going into a meeting or running into people that you maybe don't want to run into, or you have disagreements with people, I would suggest putting some reflective coating in your aura as you're beaming the energy out. So that way, if they're spewing negativity, it bounces back on them. So I want you to rub your hands together. So if you want to use healing pulse energy, you just need to set that intention that you're going to pull in the energy. And also know that you've got a week's worth of healing pulses to use this next week. You just access it the same way. You rub your hands together, you intend on using a healing pulse, and you place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. All right, so place your hands on your aura. I always do like this, but some people I think do like this, or it's however you want. And just imagine the energy flowing. Like right now, my hands are pretty tingly. They don't always tingle. But the energy's been really flowing today with all of you. So just imagine that energy just going and flowing. Breathing it all out. Breathing it all in. Good, Anne-Marie. So I've been trying to do the brain balancing with the group every other week. So we'll do brain balancing next week. Okay. So that was the aura strengthening. So let me know how you guys are doing. I know usually about by now there's a number of you that have fallen asleep because you're just so relaxed and energetic. Yes, understanding. I think that's a good one. We had some really good words tonight. When I look through and see. Trusting, thankful, exuberant, relief, unique, respected, trust, thankful, unbiased, exuberant, comprehending, unique, and united. Good, sissy. You're like your sister that way. Yawning to release energy so the healing can come in more. Yes, I hope everyone has a good night's sleep. I'm really hoping to do this sleep meditation. It actually was pretty good. But you couldn't hear me because I had the music so loud, and then it wouldn't adjust down, and then I deleted it and I lost everything. Yeah. Yeah, it's been fun. But I do have a video next on Dexter and the Itera Care wand thing, this thing. So I am still doing free sessions, free 15-minute sessions for the Itera Care wand, getting some fairly interesting results. If you want to do some self-scheduling on Tuesday or Wednesday, although at least one of you could not use the link. But other people were able to schedule, so I don't understand what's going on with that. But please, if it won't let you schedule, or if you want a day other than Tuesday or Wednesday, let me know. Again, especially since this is free, just message me. Okay? All right. Well, I hope to see everyone next Thursday. It was wonderful. If you're not doing anything tomorrow night, come find me, same time, on Facebook or YouTube. Share with your friends, other groups. So it'll be similar but a little different. Because you guys are like my main group, so I got to give you all the bells and whistles, but we'll just see how it goes, right? Yes, good night, Marina. Good luck on that job hunt. I hope you find something. Or should I say, I know you're going to be thankful that you found the perfect job. You're welcome, Mary. Oh, Joan, you fell asleep? Did you miss some words, Joan? Yes, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, especially since it's already the 7th and I only have like 2 hours in this month, so. You're welcome, Victoria. Joan, were you awake when I pulled your emotions? Yes, Marina, that is exactly right. All right, so let's see, Joan, so I know you were available for the first one. So I think you were available for the second one, which is mocked. And then the positive word for you was exuberant. Hey, I saw your hockey picture. You've been working hard and playing hard. So that's okay. So, and on that note, you were awake and then you crashed. Okay. Well, I will see everyone next week. Let me know if you have any questions. I do free consultations. Pretty easy to reach. Okay? Yes, Joan is exuberant. And then some. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you.